2013, a world that didn't know what it hadn't seen. 7 names crowded in a single room, chasing a dream through the shadows and gloom. With empty pockets and a fragile fate, they kept it quiet, feeling the weight, afraid that if they spoke a hope so loud, tomorrow would vanish into the crowd. While others basked in the flashing lights, they walked the pavement through the lonely nights, handing out flyers one by one, ignored by the city beneath the sun. Their names crossed out time and again, told they were weird, told it was in vain. You're not the answer, you won't go far. The world tried to dim every rising star. Those heavy words, like stones being thrown, bruised their hearts right down to the bone. But they didn't break, they didn't look back. They wrote their soul on every track. If the world refused to see their face, they carved their own path, find their own space. If every door was locked and shut tight, they'd break them down and ignite the night. Every note and every doubt forged a fire that wouldn't go out. The truest voice you'll ever find is the one you refuse to leave behind. They swore they'd be bulletproof, deflecting the lies and the rumors too. When the world turned away in doubt, they sang till the silence was drowned out. They swore they'd be bulletproof, blocking the hate and the prejudice too. In the shadows where nobody cared, they bled in the dark, fully prepared. Sing it once, and sing it again. Turn the silence to a roaring flame. It turns out the fiercest, most stubborn sound is the one that echoes the whole world around. They didn't just sing of a typical love, they sang of the pressure when push came to shove. The sleepless nights, the grades and the fear, the heavy confusion of each passing year, turning their wounds into a healing chord, singing their truth as a double-edged sword. Someone listened for the very first time and whispered, that story is exactly like mine. When they didn't have a stage to stand on, they left their message from dusk till dawn. Little by little the movement grew, from a single soul to an ocean of blue. Different tongues, but the heart beat the same, carrying them farther than fortune or fame. Then came a day in 2015, they stood at the center, finally seen, hearing their name for the very first time. A beautiful dream at the end of the climb. Waves of applause crashing over the stage, the wind finally turning a brand new page. The days of doubt, the times they were ignored, slowly faded as their voices soared. From the tiny room where they used to hide, to the center of the world with nothing to hide. Step by step, out of the night, walking directly into the light. They truly became bulletproof, shattering limits and the ceilings to limits. From the days when nobody believed, to the global stage that they achieved, they truly became bulletproof, writing their names as the living proof. Time, from handing out flyers on the street to the world lying open beneath their feet. Sing it once, and sing it again. Turn the impossible into we can. It turns out the faintest, most fragile spark can light up the sky and conquer the dark. Many years from now, when the story is told of the history they dare to unfold, it won't just be about the shining light. We'll remember the cold, the dark, the night. From one tiny room at the very start, to the pulse of the world, capturing its heart. They took bulletproof and made it their name, couldn't be broken was an armor of steel. It was that stubborn persistence, raw and real, singing it loud through the pain and the lack, until the whole